Welcome, welcome, welcome into another day and another lesson in A Course in Miracles. Yesterday we were on lesson 64, Let Me Not Forget My Function. And today we are moving to lesson 65, My Only Function is the One God Gave Me. So let's take a moment, just tune in before we receive this lesson. Closing your eyes or settling your gaze, just bringing your attention in to this present moment, and to your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing yourself to relax. Get out of all the rushing. Breathing. Making this time and space as our time to dedicate ourselves to the message that's coming through. That your only function is the one that God gave you. Your only function is the one that love gave you. We're going to have quite a bit of time to be with that idea in our practice period, so wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing your attention back to the space. As we go into our lesson, that the idea for today that your only function is the one that God gave you, reaffirms your commitment to salvation, to healing. It also reminds you that you have no other function other than that. Both these thoughts are obviously necessary for a total commitment. Salvation cannot be the only purpose you hold while you still cherish others. The full acceptance of salvation as your only function and the relinquishment of all the other goals that you have invented for yourself. That is the only way in which you can take your rightful place among the saviors of the world. This is the only way in which you can say and mean, my only function is the one God gave me. This is the only way in which you can find peace of mind today and for a number of days to follow. We are going to set aside 10 to 15 minutes for a more sustained practice period. I lost where I was on the page. We're going to set aside 10 to 15 minutes for a more sustained practice period in which you try to understand and accept what the idea for today really means. Today's idea offers you escape from all your perceived difficulties. It places the key to the door of peace, which you have closed upon yourself, in your own hands. It gives you the answer to all the searching you have done since time began. So try, if possible, to undertake the daily extended practice periods at approximately the same time each day. Try also to determine this time in advance. So whether you're coming and joining along in these videos with me daily or you're doing your own practice periods, try to set aside that time in advance, the purpose, and then adhere to it as closely as possible. The purpose of this is to arrange your day so that you have set apart the time for God, as well as for all the trivial purposes and goals that you will pursue. This is part of the long-range disciplinary training your mind needs so the Holy Spirit can use your mind consistently for the purposes that the Holy Spirit shares with you. For the longer practice period that we'll be doing together, begin by reviewing the idea for the day. My only function is the one God gave me. And watch. So your only function is the one God gave you, right? Reviewing that idea, then close your eyes, repeat the idea to yourself once again, and watch your mind carefully to catch whatever thoughts cross your mind. At first, make no attempt to concentrate only on the thoughts related to the idea for today. Rather, try to uncover each thought that arises to interfere with it. Note each one as it comes to you with as little involvement or concern as possible, dismissing each one by telling yourself, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. Like, for example, even when it was just saying, try to set aside the same time every day, that thought crossed the mind that was like, how am I supposed to arrange it to be at the same time every day? How is that going to work with my schedule? Blah, 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 right? Okay, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. So after a while, interfering thoughts will become harder to find. Try, however, to continue a minute or so longer, attempting to catch a few idle thoughts that escaped your attention before. Do not strain or make an undue effort in doing this. Then tell yourself on this clean slate, after you've gone through all the interfering thoughts, given yourself an extra minute but not straining, then tell yourself on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me. And you don't need to use those exact words, but try to get the sense of being willing to have your illusions of purpose be replaced by truth. Finally, repeat the idea for today once more and devote the rest of the practice period to trying to focus on its importance to you, the relief that its acceptance will bring you by resolving your conflicts once and for all, and the extent to which you really want salvation, in spite of your own foolish ideas to the contrary. In the shorter practice periods, which should be undertaken at least once an hour, use this form in applying today's idea. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other. I have no other. Sometimes close your eyes as you practice this, and then sometimes keep them open and look about you. It's what you see now that will be totally changed when you accept today's idea completely. And I think for today, with these longer 10 to 15 minute practice periods, yesterday we did just around 10, and today I want us to do, I know I'm planning to do more like the 15 minutes. So I'm opening it up, oh, and it's set default. Okay, it's set default to 15 minutes. Let me try to do a nice background noise. Awesome. Oops, okay. That works, but hopefully it will stop here soon. Okay, no, it's still going. Okay, there we go. That's the noise that you'll hear when we are done with our 15 minutes of being in the practice. Just as a reminder, we're going to begin by repeating today's idea. Your only function is the one that God gave you. Then you're going to spend some time watching your mind, and not only on just bringing in related thoughts. This time we're going to look at anything that shows up that interferes with the idea that your only function is the one that God gave you. And as those thoughts come up, you're going to acknowledge them and say, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. Continue on with that. Once it feels like they're becoming less and less, maybe give yourself an extra minute or so. And then on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me. And then we're going to focus the remainder of the practice on recognizing the importance that accepting this lesson has and understanding it has for us. So let's get started, and we're going to be using a timer. It's funny, it took me 65 days to go this route. Holy Spirit, be you in charge. Let's get started. finishing up on those last few thoughts. The timer didn't go off because the phone or the computer went asleep. But yeah, that was, oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. So it went off, yeah, but that was 15 minutes. It's funny, I was like, oh, guess it hasn't been 15 minutes yet. And I was like, oh, I should probably just check. And then, yeah, Spirit be you in charge. Your only function is the one that God gave you. And I love the thoughts that showed up, in the past couple days about that being forgiveness, in the shorter practice periods, which should be undertaken at least once an hour. Use this form. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other. I have no other. Sometimes closing your eyes, sometimes keeping them open and looking around you. It is what you see now that will be totally changed when you accept today's idea completely. And yeah, I think we might have gone over 15 minutes even, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out moving forward. Sending you much love, and I'll look forward to joining with you tomorrow as we move into lesson 66.